What's up, y'all?
Hey, hey, hey.
It's your girl, Linz.
And it's Hazel Joy.
And this is another episode of the
Fillennials
Fillennials podcast. Hazel, I'm so glad we ate before we started filming.
I know, I feel better.
Yeah.
Not hangry.
Not hangry.
We usually eat before we start the show.
I know, I try to. Sometimes I only have time to grab like a Starbucks or something.
I know, and I wish there was one close by or some kind of coffee shop. But Starbucks is like the McDonald's of coffee.
Definitely. They're everywhere.
Yeah, coffee has to be a whole episode of its own.
But you know what? I do feel a difference because I think the last time we filmed, I had a cup of coffee and I didn't feel as calm as I do now.
You know what? I knew I was making this mistake of drinking a Celsius tonight. So
tonight.
Yeah, I kind of been sipping on it, but I have no business doing that. But
I hear scary things about like how people feel on Celsius.
Celsius is I feel like the cleanest energy drink, honestly, for me.
Oh.
Yeah, I like that drink when I work out, so.
Do you feel like it's the strongest like energy boost you can get out of a can?
Yeah, wow. Definitely.
But not like to the point of being scared, like, oh my God, like my blood is racing.
No. Sometimes. I guess it just depends. Because one time I had it early, maybe like noon or 1, but I couldn't sleep that exact night. And I was up at 3 a.m. just reorganizing my cabinets and cleaning the kitchen and the bathroom. It was ridiculous.
That sounds like me. I feel like anytime I have caffeine after like 1 p.m., it's over.
It's a wrap.
Sometimes even like Coke or like, Dr. Pepper or something like that. If I have like a soda at dinner or whatever, I'll probably stay up to like 12 or 1.
Have you ever not had caffeine and had caffeine headaches? Those headaches are mean.
That's probably what I was experiencing.
You did? You had headaches?
I feel like maybe I do have like some kind of caffeine withdrawal because I'm used to drinking coffee every morning.
Ooh,
especially Monday through Friday to get through the workday. I need that caffeine.
Yeah, and I have no business drinking more than 1 cup a day, but sometimes I do. It's that addiction.
It is. It's like you're so dependent on it because it's like a comfort too.
Yeah, it is.
And now that it's getting cold, it's like nothing better than like a nice warm cup of coffee to get you going. Yeah.
Man, now I want some.
I know. Right? Let's go ahead and change the subject to something else. Another comfort food. Well, actually, I definitely want to talk about food today in general. And, you know, we love our Filipino food.
We didn't bring it today, though. It's okay.
We didn't bring any. Not today. Today was kind of a sluggish day for me. I don't know about you, but maybe it's the weather change. Maybe
you know what? It started off that way, and then I had my coffee. Then it was all boom, boom, boom.
You know what it is? We just came off of a long holiday weekend.
That's
so
true.
I think maybe that's why I'm kind of like still in like holiday mode and not wanting to like go here, go there.
Yeah. How was your Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving was fun. I took my mom to Vegas.
She was in Vegas again.
I feel like that's becoming a little bit of a tradition for us because I took her last year, went to go see it, Aerosmith in concert. And of course we love going shopping at the outlets. Yeah.
How was it?
Oh man, it was awesome. That was actually my mom's first concert.
Really?
And at the time, so kind of a little bit of a story. I wish I got better seats. I chose the seats that we had specifically because I thought my mom was probably a little bit like germophobic, like a little bit of like COVID scared. So I'm like, okay, let me get seats off to the side near an aisle so that she doesn't feel like too like closed in or like surrounded by people. When we get there, she didn't even wear no kind of mask. She was coughing herself. She didn't give a damn. I'm like, okay, had I known that you were going to be this relaxed at a concert, I would have sat like right in the middle.
Her before?
No, I didn't. I just assumed that. I mean, just because how she moves on like around in her daily life, she seems a little bit more on the careful side. She would mask up if she was going into like somewhere crowded. But
she was having a good time.
Over there, she's like, fuck it. You know, give me a big ass soda. I'm like enjoying the show.
Nice.
But yeah. And yeah, this past year, we didn't see any shows. We were thinking of going to see America's Got Talent because
are they
Luxor,
filming there?
So what it is the Luxor has like the all-stars from America's Got Talent. So people that have done the show before, they have them doing their own concert basically at the Luxor. And we were thinking of doing it, but we couldn't find cheap enough tickets. Yeah. But how was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. It was chill. Honestly, it was on the smaller scale. For us, we usually have big family traditional parties, but every family, this is on my mom's side, had their own little thing going on. So we had it really small and just had a little celebration at my sister's, and it was good. We had a really nice spread, and yeah, it was
Ooh.
really. And she made these really good drinks too. That I forgot what they were called, but she had it all fancy, like a little cinnamon stick and
Oh.
apple slices in there. It was good.
Oh my gosh, did it taste like hot apple cider?
Kinda.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yummy.
kinda.
That's so good.
Yeah, it was good. And then I made banana pudding and Filipino spaghetti.
Ooh, oh, we were
That
just
was
talking about
good.
banana ketchup.
Yeah, I know. Banana ketchup is my thing. I love banana ketchup.
Oh my gosh. Oh, yummy.
Yeah.
Did you guys have any leftovers?
We did.
Oh,
Yes, but they
That's good.
man,
They didn't last.
You did the. They didn't. I can't even talk today. I cannot talk today. Yeah, they did not last for sure.
you,
Blah,
you-
blah.
you know why we're kind of all over the place? Because we did a TikTok video right before we started recording. And we were like,
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
we did a few takes, but I think we got, it's kind of still in our system. Like,
Yeah,
the whole,
it kind of is. It reminds me. Okay, that dance move reminds me. Okay, you guys have to follow us on TikTok, the Fillennials, and it will go up soon. But it reminds me of that one dance move. I don't even know what it's called, where they shimmy their legs, but it's with their hands. I don't know. I'll have to show you later. But
I wish you could show me now.
okay, if I show you on camera right now, but you got to keep talking for the
Right.
for the
The
car
people
listeners
listening.
what I'm doing. Okay,
Yeah.
want me to do it now? I'm gonna get up right now.
Let's do
Okay.
it. Yeah, dude. Like, I love the TikTok and the Instagram dances, but it's so hard for me to learn. Oh, the floss. The floss.
I don't know how to do it.
The Fortnite
So
dance. Hey, we're flossing. We're flossing. It's so, you know what? That's such a weird
It
dance
reminded
to
me
do.
of that for some reason. Do you know what I'm talking about? I don't know
Oh.
why. I don't know why.
It was fun. We'll be doing way more TikTok dances, I feel.
Yeah, I think
So you guys
too.
better follow us so you can see our improvement over time.
Whatever. She was a dancer, okay? So
Hey,
she got skills.
I
She's just being
practiced.
humble.
I practiced for hours and I still was looking like a amateur. But anyhow,
She's being humble.
yeah, that's fun. I think we're gonna be doing more. So definitely follow us on TikTok.
Yes.
As well as everything else, everywhere else. But yeah, I love that we talked about Thanksgiving because one thing I love about family gatherings is the food.
Yeah.
And today we're going to be talking about Filipino food, and not just any Filipino food that has funny names.
Yeah.
So Hazel, let me ask you, how old were you when you found out that puto wasn't just a rice cake?
I feel like I can't really remember when I discovered it, but I want to say it had to be somewhere around middle school to high school, like when I realized. I don't even remember how I made that connection. I think it was just when your Hispanic friends would like make a comment about it, and I'm like, oh, what?
Yeah,
You know?
I know. I feel like I was in like my early teens.
Yeah.
When people would like ask me like, "What are you eating?
Like,
what
what'd you
is
call me?
that?"
What'd you call
Exactly.
me?
Or like I might have heard someone, call someone else that word, and I'm like, "What did you call him? Why did you call him that?"
Yeah,
like
that means a
that
dessert.
means something else for us.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be running down some Filipino foods with funny names, not just in Spanish but also in English. Filipinos are just like creative. If the word isn't funny, it's a creative name for the food. So let's go ahead and get started. I already touched on puto, and for everybody that thinks that the word puto for the Filipino food is derived from the Spanish meaning, it's actually not. So for those of
I
you
thought
that
it
don't
was.
know, I know, me too, because we just assumed, I mean, you guys listening should know by now that, there's a whole bunch of Spanish influence on the Filipino culture and language. So I just assumed that puto, which means something really bad in Spanish, it actually means like prostitute. That's like
What?
that's like the literal meaning of it. And then but now people just call each other that, like basically cussing somebody out, like mother effer or something.
Did you-
call them puto.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Or like a whore or something like that. Puto.
Interesting. I did
Yeah.
not know that.
But puto, the Filipino rice cake, was actually derived from the Malay word for putu, which means portioned. So yeah, I learned something new. So it kind of makes sense since puto is like portioned in little
Oh.
muffin dishes.
Got it.
Yeah, so
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like mini muffins. Or like
Exactly.
cupcakes. Little cupcakes.
exactly
Okay.
little like rice dumplings kind of
Yeah.
sorta.
That makes sense.
So yeah, it's actually derived from putu, which is a Malay word.
Interesting. Wait, what's Malay?
Malay, so like you think of Malaysia, like that cluster of that
Oh,
country. So like
okay.
I think that's kind of like their native tongue is Malay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's something I've definitely learned researching for today.
Interesting. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Now the next word or the next dessert, Filipino food with a funny name, is mamon.
Mamon.
Once
That one's
again,
good. Yeah.
oh yeah. So those of you guys that don't know, what is mamon?
Mamon, it's like it's a sponge cake.
Mm-hmm.
And they have we had ensamadas with Mac Fame that one episode.
We did,
Yeah.
but mamon is
It's
very
close
close to
what
that
is.
because it's like a soft, fluffy type of a pastry,
Yeah.
type of a bun.
Exactly.
Yeah. So mamon is a delicious dessert, but in Spanish, mamon actually is another derogatory word.
Is it?
It actually means literal meaning is to suck,
Oh my god.
like sucker, right? But
In what language?
in Spanish, yeah. But like used nowadays in slang, it's kind of like idiot, like dumbass, or
That's
something.
so
Yeah, mamon, or like just
funny.
like, yeah, like, or sometimes it even means like mama's boy, mama's girl, like stupid mamon or whatever.
I see. Okay.
So I tried to find the origin of mamon,
Mhm.
the name of the the Filipino dessert, and I couldn't really find the origins of it. So I don't know if it's derived from Spanish. So if anybody out there knows, let us know. Comment under our social medias because I really want to find out. Now that I know that puto is actually derived from Malay and not Spanish, maybe mamon is derived from another word, another language and not Spanish.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did Malaysia and Philippines make that connection for puto though?
So Malaysia and the Philippines are actually pretty close.
Close? Okay,
They're
I
like
thought it
neighboring
was.
countries, and you figure a lot of like the trading that goes on between countries.
Oh, got it.
Like the different people on boats and ships trading amongst themselves. So I'm pretty sure a lot of like the terms and words that we use are also the same in Malaysia, maybe even Indonesia, maybe even Thailand.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. And to top it all off, not only do we have puto, not only do we have mamon, we actually have a dessert called puto mamon. So we took
Okay,
our-
wait, what is that? I don't even think I know what that is.
So puto mamon is basically also a steamed rice cake,
Uh-huh.
which is puto, but there's a custard in it. So if you've ever
okay.
seen, I think this is what it is. If you've ever seen puto with like kind of like a yellowish
Okay, never
filling on the
mind.
inside,
Yeah,
I
I've seen
think I think it's like rice cake, which is the puto part on the outside, and then like the sponge on the inside, which is the mamon.
I guess I didn't realize that that's what that was called.
I know,
I just
I've
thought it was
seen them.
puto and then it had like filling in it.
Right. I always thought that was like cheese. or
Cheese, yeah.
something.
So it's not, it's like a custard.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Interesting.
Now to go on to stay on the Spanish track, we have a word that means something in Spanish called leche. Do you know what leche means in Spanish?
In Spanish, doesn't it mean milk?
It means milk.
Yes.
But growing up, that was my grandma's favorite cuss word, leche. For some reason, I don't know how. Leche. Leche is basically like a term of like frustration.
Yep.
Like
Damn it.
exactly like god damn leche.
But is there a literal meaning to it though?
I tried to look up if there was a literal meaning. It didn't really say. I think it is derived from milk. So here's actually what I found. I found how the Spanish use it as slang. So yeah, it means milk in Spanish, but in Spain they actually use it like a cuss word as well. And it has to do, and it's kind of, I don't know, it gets kind of deep. They have kind of a slang phrase like you just shit in the milk, which means like you are kind of like,
You
defying
fucked
the
up.
law.
Oh, defining the law.
Yeah, it's funny because the Spanish use leche, they use milk. It's kind of like a catch-all term for like frustration or like anger. It's kind of like how we have the F word. We use that for
Okay.
everything.
Yeah.
Like F you, or like this effing sucks, or like what the F.
Like you can use it in so many ways.
Yeah, you can use it in so
okay.
many different expressions. So
Got it.
it just so happened that leche is one of those expressions in Spain, and I guess it just
Interesting.
trickled down to the Philippines.
Tagalog, yeah.
Where we just use it as a catch-all cuss word, catch-all like F this, F that.
So It's just so interesting how
Yeah.
people use similar words, but they mean different in different languages.
I know, right?
Right.
Yeah. Now, with the Filipinos, now this is where our creative side kicks in. So we have more foods that have funny or interesting names that are not Spanish, they're not any other language. We just thought of it out of our own creative mind. So let me ask you this, Hazel. Would you ever eat a bread that's called pan de regla?
No, it does not sound good because of what it means.
So what does it mean?
So, pan is obviously bread, right? But regla means period,
Yes.
menstrual period.
Yes. So let me pull up a picture of it.
You have a picture? We had to post this
Yes.
on our Instagram story.
So I can honestly say that I've never seen this type of bread before.
I've never either.
Yeah. Apparently it's sold in bakeries. It's kind of common.
Ah.
And the reason why,
Yeah, Aaron laughing.
so the reason why they call this pan de regla is because it literally looks like a napkin with menstrual blood.
Yeah, it does.
That is, yeah, the literal translation is bread of menstrual blood.
It kind of almost looks like a pancake of
It does. It kind of
like
looks like a jelly donut.
jelly. Yeah, inside. Yeah, jelly donut.
And I looked, and it's so funny because the filling isn't even anything. It's just food coloring.
What?
So I don't
So
know.
what is the filling?
Whoever marketed this and named it, I don't know if you wanted to sell this.
Well, maybe that's why we don't even know what it is.
Exactly. But it looks like there's some tame nicknames for this bread. Sorry, I'm gonna.
Pan de regla. It sounds like
Yeah.
not something appetizing to eat.
Right. At all, but
Mm-hmm.
sorry, I have to blow this up. So there's actually a more tame word for this bread called kalihim. Am I reading that right? Kalihim, or secret bread, due to the fact that bakers use leftover bread to make this bread. That's the secret ingredient. So you can call it secret bread or kalihim, which is a lot nicer sounding than pan de
So
regla.
it was their way of just using leftovers.
Yeah.
They didn't have to name it that.
I know. At all.
So literal looking.
I wonder if the food coloring was to maybe hide maybe some staleness.
Maybe.
So maybe that was their creative way. Like, oh, people are going to wonder why it's red. Well, let's call it something funny and maybe that'll
That's
sell.
hilarious.
Pan de regla. All right. So that's a hard pass, right? We're not going to order
Pass.
that. So how about this? Would you ever eat a dessert called sundot kulangot?
No. Sundot kulangot. Kulangot means boogers.
Yes.
What? Sundot? Doesn't that mean like point?
Pick.
Oh, pick. Yeah, so pick your boogers.
Yeah, exactly. Pick boogers.
Pick
so,
boogers.
believe it or not,
I didn't even
this
know
actually
that was a
is.
name.
Yeah, I've never heard of this dish before until I pulled up this article. I'm going to cite it in a second. But sundot kulangot is basically.
Have you heard of that before?
I've never heard of it.
Okay.
It might be from a different region than where we're from, probably.
Okay.
But it's basically a street food. It's basically
So
sticky rice that is cooked in like a wooden casing that's shaped like a ball. And so when it's cooked, you open the ball and you basically pick the rice out of the shell.
So it's like basically like you're picking your nose.
Exactly. Exactly. And you know, the rice is stretchy, the rice is sticky. So I guess whoever named it Sundot Kulangot just made that connection. Will you eat this?
Oh no. I mean, okay. Maybe by the names of them, it sounds a lot more gross, but then when you're describing what it is, it's not as gross as
Yeah,
what it sounds, I guess.
Yeah,
So
it just
I
looks
don't know.
like
Maybe I would try it.
a snack made out of rice.
So maybe I would try it.
I think I'll try it too.
Yeah.
So, do you know what Betamax is? Betamax is another street food.
No, I have no idea. What is that?
So Betamax is actually, now this goes beyond the millennial generation and maybe even before Gen X. So before there were VHS.
Boomers?
Yeah. So this is probably the boomer generation. before there were VHS tapes, VHS cassette tapes, there were Betamax tapes, which are basically, you look at it now and it does look like a VHS tape, but bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So you just think of a big, basically black plastic box.
Okay.
And so what Betamax is, or the food that was named Betamax after that, is actually, I don't want to say coagulated. That sounds bad. But it's basically.
What does that mean?
Coagulated is like clotted. So it's basically like dinuguan on a stick.
Oh, liver?
Blood, pork blood.
Pork blood.
So if you look at this picture.
So that's what it is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Betamax?
Betamax.
Why do they name it? Because it looks like that?
Because it's, if you look at it, the blood is very, very dark. And they cut it into cubes.
Interesting.
So the dark cubes, I guess, apparently look like Betamax tapes. So that's why they call it Betamax. So I do remember hearing the term Betamax everywhere, and, you know, people talking about Betamax food and things like that. And I never understood. I'm like, Betamax sounds like some kind of machine.
Yeah, it does. Remember, I was like, the robot from Disney,
Yeah.
Baymax. I was like, is that where it comes from?
Yeah, I think there's some correlation there. But yeah, so Betamax is actually the name of basically cubed pork blood on a stick. Would you eat this?
Probably not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I like dinuguan actually, so maybe I would like it. I just don't like liver.
Surprisingly. Oh, yeah. So that's what the organ is that's inside dinuguan? Oh,
Yeah, I don't like it.
interesting.
I don't like liver.
I always thought it was like another organ.
Did
like
you? Do
stomach.
you like liver?
Have I had it in very many? Well, I think when it's like in menudo or machado.
You wouldn't mind?
Oh, actually, I don't care for the texture.
Yeah, I don't like
It's
the
a little
texture. I don't like the
gritty.
taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did have liver spread.
I don't like liver spread.
This is old school.
Did
The
you
one
have it
that
on
comes
bread?
out of a can?
Yeah.
The little can, right?
Well, I didn't really have it, but JP introduced me to it. He likes it. He likes liver. He likes liver spread.
Yeah. So there was a brand, I think called like Red Devil or something, where they had like little cans of like liver spread, or they call it liverwurst, and then they also had like chicken spread,
seen that.
like diced or like chicken salad spread. And yeah, my dad used to eat that all the time in the mornings, like sometimes for breakfast before he goes to work, and it's not bad. But I haven't had it since I was a kid, so I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what? Next
Old
time I'm
school.
at the store, I'm gonna look for it, and I'm gonna try
Don't
it
bring it
again.
here. Don't bring it here. I ain't having none
I'll
of
sneak
that.
it in something and have you try it.
Oh hell no! I'll just
See,
sniff it.
you'll
and be like,
probably-
nope. Hard
You'll
pass.
recognize it right away.
Yeah.
Like, oh hell no.
Yeah. But I don't know, Aaron, if you want some. He's like, no. He's like,
Oh no. He's waving that finger. No.
Nah.
Not in my house. All right. So for the last food, the last street food, they call this Adidas.
Adidas.
Do you know what Adidas
the
is?
shoes?
Yeah.
The shoe brand.
Yeah.
I don't know what food that is though.
So if you think about the logo for Adidas, what is it shaped like?
It's 3 lines.
3 lines.
Is it 3?
Yeah, 3.
Okay.
It's like 3, like kind of like 3
Like-
leaves,
Yeah.
right? All right. So our creative Filipino asses decided to give the name Adidas to chicken feet.
Ew, that I didn't eat either. I never eat.
Because when you look at a chicken foot, it's like 3 toes.
I can't believe the names. Wow.
Oh my gosh, just
So you knew that that's what it was called too?
I found this out years ago.
Oh, okay. So you knew that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It made me laugh so hard, like Adidas.
I really did not even know.
Oh,
But
my
I've seen
gosh.
that dish. I'd never had it though.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had chicken feet.
I don't think I
wouldn't be
would though. You would?
I wouldn't be opposed to it. I'll try it.
Maybe.
I just got to know how to eat it, because it's like, I know
How
you're
do
not going to
you-
eat the bones. And it's like, really? Like, what is there to eat off of it? Because it's just like skin and bones, right?
I don't know, man. I don't know. That might make me turn vegan. Just looking. I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
usually really open to trying things, but I guess it just depends. Like, yeah, if it's crunchy and not like something like, I'd rather have balut, honestly.
Ooh, yeah. If you had balut, then yeah, I think I'm thinking this is probably a little bit tame too. Like, it probably looks scary. Scarier than what it is.
I think the way it looks kind of scares me.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Would you eat like roasted bugs?
You know what I have? I think I've had something before, because where I used to work at, we had a potluck, and the theme was exotic foods. I think, I don't even know if it was actual theme, but everyone brought like exotic stuff. And yeah, I forgot what it was. I don't know if it was like a cricket or like, what is it?
Ooh.
Some kind of bug. I actually was down to try, and it was like, it wasn't even that bad. It tastes like chicken or something, whatever it was that I had. I can't remember, but
Ooh, yeah. Like there's a lot of people that say that roasted bugs are the newest protein, or like the best protein. And they're trying to basically make that like the protein of the future or something.
Whoa.
Kind of like, yeah, there's people out there that really want to push like the bug protein. I don't know, basically push bug protein as a staple.
Interesting.
I know, right? But yeah, we've seen like different like not nature shows, but like travel shows where like street vendors have like roasted bugs on a stick. And even like in some Mexican candies, there's like mealworms in the candy, or like in the lollipop. So who knows?
I'd rather have that than like, I'll never. Yeah. I was going to say, you know how they joke like, oh, you eat dog because you're like, is it a Filipino or Asians in general? But no.
Oh my gosh, this can be a whole nother episode in and of itself. But there's countries like totally banning the sale of dog meat, which I think is great. I mean, and I didn't even know it was like that.
But isn't it because they it's just really kind of like a poverty thing, and they needed food, or what's the reason behind
I'm
like
not
that actually
sure.
being a thing? We should make that a whole episode. Like, I don't know.
I know, right? I wonder if it has to do with maybe like animal population control, or being in poverty, and that only being the
like resort.
Yeah, the only resource for meat because they can't afford beef or chicken or something like that.
I don't know. We need to look into that.
I wonder.
Like, where does that stereotype come from? That could be a whole episode. Stereotypes, for Asians. We'll make that another episode.
We got to jot that down. That'll be on a future episode. Stereotypes,
for
and
sure.
like debunking them.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Aw. Well.
Yeah. Well, that was my list of Filipino foods with funny names.
That was really good.
Yeah.
I liked learning all of that because I had no idea.
I hope you guys enjoyed listening to this, and maybe you learned something new. And if there's anything that I named that you would try, I mean, the Puto Mamon, they're delicious. But anything after that, if you would try that, let us know, because I don't know if we would.
Yeah, for sure. And then we'll probably have to bring, I don't know if we'll bring some of those dishes here, though.
Can we even find some of those? We probably won't be able to find Betamax, because usually street vendors sell that. Chicken feet, I'm not sure either.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
Let's hope we don't find them. So
yeah, don't bring them here, Linz.
Oh, man. Well, speaking of street vendors and things like that, let's go ahead and give our small business shout out.
Yeah. So I want to give one of my best friends a shout out. She is an esthetician in the OC area, and make sure you follow her on her Instagram, and it's at Skin Goals. It's just skin and then goals, and book a facial with her. I'm sorry, it's Skin Goals OC. So make sure you book your facials and get your skin glowing. I was trying to say, I can't talk today. Skin glowing. And yeah. Shout out Danny.
Shout out Danny. I might have to sign up because, girl, my skin dry.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, definitely follow her. And then, can I have a shameless plug right now?
Of course.
Since we're talking about her. Follow my business account at Hazy Beauty Bar 2. I do permanent makeup for ombre powder brows. Shameless plug. And we're actually going to be launching by the time this comes out, actually, it'll probably be launched. So we're going to have a little collaboration special deal. So, I didn't even tell you about it yet.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, just follow our accounts. And I'm sure even on Hazel Joy, you'll see it. So, yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to our really small business owners and our entrepreneurs killing it. Support. And get your beauty on, man. Because, you know, we're millennials now. We're not getting any younger, so we got to take care of our skin and the way we look.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what I mean? The way we look and the way we feel.
Hey.
Well, that concludes another episode of the Fillennials podcast. Hope you guys enjoy this episode.
Yeah. Thank you all for listening. And once again, You can find us on all major streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple. Exclusive content will be on tracklife.com. And
we're also on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Yay. We're on YouTube now. It's just the Fillennials. I'm sure you just search it and you'll find us.
We'll pop up.
Yes, we'll pop up. And don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, comment, DM,
and rate.
All of the above. Give us a thumbs up. Give us some heart emojis, some fire
stars.
emojis. Yeah. We appreciate everybody's support so far, and we are so excited for just continuing to bring you some live entertainment.
Damn right.
Hey.
And with that being said, I'm your girl, Lindsay Does It.
And I'm Hazel Joy.
And we'll see you next time.
Peace.